sometimes get stuck in negative emotions? I mean, they really hang on to you, like anger or resentment or stress or overwhelm or regret. I understand. Did you know that if you stay in that negative emotion for more than 1 second, you're sabotaging yourself? Your performance, your well-being, even your relationships. What, you say? But I thought it was good for me. It keeps me busy. It keeps me on task. Well, let me give you an analogy. Would you say that pain is useful for you? Yeah, it is. When you put your hand on a hot stove, you pull it away right away. That pain tells you, danger, danger, get away. Negative emotions are the same way. They tell you that something is not right. But if you stay in that negative emotion, it's like keeping your hand on a hot stove and not taking it off until it burns your bones. And it does. It releases emotions that can really be toxic to you. So what are you going to do about it? Well, I'm going to share with you where these negative behaviors came from, how to start reining them in, and what they actually are, and for you in particular. They came from your early childhood when you were dependent upon other people and you needed to take care of yourself. They are survival emotions that make sure that you get what you need. Whether you're dealing with a violent father, or you're dealing with a hysterical mom, or you're dealing with not enough love. That was my problem. I did not get enough love. There were 6 kids in the family, and even my parents didn't know how to get enough love. So everybody was fighting for love. I developed this pattern called the pleaser. It made sense. I was really sensitive. I was very empathic. And I cared about people. So I did really well in school. And I got really good grades. And then I became an adult, and it didn't work so well anymore. I got fired from my first job. But what did I do? I didn't let go of the pattern. I had had like 18 years of it working great. I lowered my expectations. And I lowered my expectations until finally I was only taking temp jobs. It was affecting my performance. And then my husband left me, my first one, not the current one, for another woman. That's how bad this pattern was working for me. So what can you do about it? They seem to be everywhere. They happen all the time. How do you rein them in? How do you rein in anger? Positive intelligence gives us some ideas. They tell us that these negative emotions arise in the survival part of the brain. They're automatic, they're instinctive, they're on autopilot, they're reactive. They're not the good place to find a solution to your problems. You want to strengthen another part of your brain, the sage brain. This is the wise, the higher self, creative, loving, empathic. And how can you do that? You can do that by regularly doing what we call PQ reps, positive intelligence quotient. Raise your positive intelligence quotient with repetitions, like doing repetitions to build the muscles of your body, only way easier. You can start very simply. Let me give you an example. I want you to take a few deep breaths. Paying attention to the sound of your breath. And then I want you to become acutely aware of your sense of hearing. See if you can identify the farthest sound away from you. And then Focus on the sensation, the hearing that is the closest to you, the sound that's closest to you. And if that isn't your breath, attend to your breath right now. And when you're ready, open your eyes. That's it. All you need to do is do something that brings you into the moment, which is usually focusing on one of your 5 senses. Now, the other part of this is that you need to know when these negative patterns are showing up. Positive Intelligence did a huge, massive research study, including more than 1 million people, to figure out what were the basic underlying patterns of negativity that were messing us up. And they came up with 10 unique patterns they call saboteurs, because they sabotage your life. Now, if you knew what your saboteurs were, you could start to catch them and to use this PQ rep to start to work against them. I invite you to take the Saboteur Assessment quiz. And that will tell you what your top saboteurs are. And if you would like to have access, all you need to do is put in the email your name, your email, and your email address, and send it to me. Actually, you may have to send me an email. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the chat. Maybe Michael Ann will save it for me. And then you'll find out which ones you need to catch and start to tame. Isn't it time for you to have better performance, happier well-being, and better relationships? Take this step. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.